Well, welcome to another Acoustic Alternatives, live from Grove Studios in Ypsilanti. I'm John Bommarito, Grove Studios. As I mention every week, very kind hosts to the show. They invited me, I don't know how many months ago now, 6-8 months ago, to start doing a podcast here, and it's been one of the thrills of my month, doing this a couple of times a month. And this is a really interesting space if you've never been here. If you're a musician or a DJ and you're looking for a place to practice your band or practice your skills as a podcaster like this, or maybe even your DJ skills, there are rooms to my left that you can rent at very reasonable rates. So I'm very grateful to them and very grateful to my guest for joining me this week because I haven't seen her in at least a year. The very delightful Lilly MacPhee is here. Hi, Lilly.
Hi, John.
Nice to see your face.
You too. Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure to see you and to hear your lovely voice sing. And we're going to dig a little deeper into your past before too long. But how about we start with one of your fantastic songs? What would you like to do?
Okay, so I'm going to do a newer song of mine, and this is called Carry You.
Carry You is Lilly MacPhee on Acoustic Alternatives.
There's a chill in the air, a heaviness in my heart that I wear, the ache inside I can't bear. Another day goes by, but you're not in my mind. Every moment with you I fight, and I'll carry you in stories while wishing you were here with me. Cherished memories I'll hold closely. I'm not ready to say goodbye, I don't think I ever will be. So I'll always carry you with me. Mid-December will always be colder than ever. No words can heal a pain that doesn't feel real. Another day goes by, but you're not in my mind. Every moment with you I fight, and I'll carry you in stories while wishing you were here with me. Cherished memories I'll hold closely. I'm not ready to say goodbye, and I don't think I ever will be. So I'll always carry you with me. Ready to say goodbye, and I don't think I ever will be. And I'll carry you in stories while wishing you were here with me. Cherished memories I'll hold closely. I'm not ready to say goodbye, I don't think I ever will be. So I'll always carry you with me.
Lilly MacPhee on Acoustic Alternatives. I'm sure that's an emotional one for you to sing, because I think I know what that's about. You want to talk about that one a little bit?
Yeah, so I wrote that song in December when my family unexpectedly lost my Uncle Ronnie to the virus. So that's where that came about. And I wrote that song rather quickly, actually. I think probably in 20-25 minutes. It's just like all the lyrics just pouring out. And that was at like 1 a.m. after like the night. He passed away in the afternoon, and then that night I wrote the song. So just in a state of shock. So
I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sure he would have loved the song if he had been able to hear it. But
thank you.
Beautiful tribute.
Song I didn't want to write,
No,
obviously.
but sometimes you need to write to get things out, right?
Right. So,
Well, you've been singing at least half your life, if not all of your life, right? I mean,
I'd say so. Yeah.
90s girl influenced by the 90s music that
Yep.
you heard
Yep.
in the womb and beyond, whatever your mom was playing when things were happening around you.
Right, like Cranberries Records, Jules, Sarah McLachlan, Alanis Morissette. So 90s, yep.
Very, very 90s, and some good stuff there for sure. And your voice is it would fit perfectly in that era. We should just rewind and put you stick you in there and see if we can get you some more attention. But for now,
Right.
you can be the beginning of the revival of the 90s.
There you go, yeah.
You once told me you were singing like as soon as you were talking. It was kind of at the same time. Is that how you remember it, or is that what was told to you?
Yeah, I guess so. I know, like, when I was little, probably maybe around 3, 4, hearing songs on the radio and just humming along to melodies, even if I didn't really know the lyrics. And from there, I used to write like little jingles when I was probably 8 years old, around then. And
What about?
I know, like, like ice cream or like, kids stuff, things that didn't really make any sense.
Come
So,
get my ice cream.
right.
I've got a lemonade stand.
Right. There'll only be like a few sentences or like enough for a verse or just enough for
Sure.
a chorus. So I did that. And I did piano lessons when I was 9. And then I decided I wanted to play guitar. So when I was 11, I took guitar lessons. And when I really started playing the guitar is when I dove into like more of the songwriting and then singing and playing at the same time. And so that's kind of where that all began.
You still play piano at all?
Not too much. It's just, I mean, I learned how to read music. It's not, I guess my first, it is the first instrument I like learned on, but I'm more comfortable with the guitar. So
I don't remember. Do you have any formal like music training at all? Did you take voice lessons? Because we have a naturally beautiful voice, and I don't know if that was something that just came out of you, or if you were,
oh, thank you.
or is that trained? I don't know.
I never took voice lessons, just the guitar lessons and the piano lessons, and just worked on singing just from hearing, listening to records and things like that. Like listening to obviously the Cranberries, like talked about a little bit, and listening to Alanis Morissette, and even like listening to like 60s and 70s folk music too. I really enjoy, and early 2000s music like Dido, things like that. So
sounds like the early stuff actually might have influenced your songwriting more. At least as a solo performer, your full band stuff is a little bit more. The produced stuff, I was about to say.
right.
Does sound a little more contemporary. And when you're sitting here in front of me like this, I'm thinking more of the Joni Mitchell era stuff.
Yeah.
So, that's more. You also once told me, and maybe embarrassingly, that you were in a band when you were in junior and high school.
Oh yeah,
You want to kind of forget about that, but what kind of stuff were you guys doing? The same things that you were?
like alternative.
Okay.
Yeah, that was. I think everybody has probably been in bands like when they're
Not me.
middle school.
Not everybody. I don't have talent, so I can't do that.
Well, you had the radio talent. So.
Yeah, I guess so. Sure, okay. I didn't do it in high school. I should have, actually, but that's another conversation. This isn't about me. Cut it out.
Right.
Talking about you.
So yeah, I had just a little band like alternative music. So it's pretty much it. And then I decided to do obviously venture on my own and do the acoustic guitar and write my own songs that way. And yeah.
What beyond writing the little jingles when you were a kid, what was like the first thing you wrote about as a young adult that was something you'd be proud of? Not that you're necessarily playing that song anymore, but you probably have a memory of the first thing you went, boy, this is pretty good.
Right. So the first song that I really ever wrote and had recorded, it was called Never Ending Story, and I think it's on YouTube somewhere. But yeah, so
Have to look.
yeah, so I don't even really remember what that was about. I guess just
Some sort of never-ending story, apparently.
yeah, I know. But it's on YouTube somewhere. I know it is.
You haven't had it pulled down because you're not embarrassed by it. Good. Okay.
No, actually.
Some people do.
Right.
Do you remember your first public performance where the audience was made up of people that weren't your family and friends? Like something that was public?
Yeah. Let's see. So, well, when I was like in elementary school, I did, like little talent shows and things like that. So, I was probably maybe around I don't know, 8 or 9. And that was the first time I ever sang on stage. And I did a Katie Tunstall song.
Ooh, nice.
And I did Black Horse and the Cherry Tree. And then when I was, after I had started the guitar lessons, I was probably 12, and I went and bought a loop pedal because I was watching on YouTube how Katie Tunstall did the loop pedal, and I thought that was just so cool. So I was performing at like another, local talent competition, and I had the loop pedal and everything. So I wanted to be like Katie Tunstall. So that was.
Do you ever do the loop pedal thing anymore?
I don't, but I still have it. Maybe I will sometime.
Well,
So.
I mean, we were before we started the podcast. I was saying, we don't know where your sound is going to go. Maybe one day you'll need a rapper like Max is on the cameras today, and it kind of begs the question, like musically speaking, do you have a design for your career? Like you're going to kind of continue doing the same thing, or like, oh, I want to venture into jazz, or I want to venture into something. Do you think about that kind of stuff, or just whatever you write is what you write?
Yeah, just whatever. I feel like whatever I write, it's what I write, what I'm feeling. And I really love like the, I love all kinds of music. But the genre that I'm doing right now is like what I feel like is me.
That's
So,
your box. That's where you
yeah,
belong.
yeah.
I get it.
So
I'm not telling you to get out of your box. I'm just saying. I wonder if you think about other things. Like the loop pedal thing would be cool to hear you do
Right.
something like that. Something a little bit more, not beatboxy, but something with a little bit more.
right, like a one-man band or a one-woman
Kinda,
band. Yeah.
Ed Sheeran does pretty well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He
just
plays
did
for a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw him at whatever his last show was, and it's just him and a loop pedal. Like, you fill this entire place by yourself, solo, no band, with just a loop pedal. That's
Wow.
crazy talk. Crazy talk. So at some point, you probably had a job that wasn't music, or did you always like make money performing?
I taught guitar lessons.
Really?
So yeah, so that was obviously music still.
Sure.
So yeah, when I was a teenager, I taught guitar lessons to just little girls who wanted to play acoustic songs and learn how to sing and play guitar, and so I did that for a little bit.
You
And
never
then
worked in a restaurant or anything?
singing. No, no, no. And then when I started, doing the gigging in the restaurant scene and things like that, then I stopped the guitar lessons, and because I was making money with the gigging
Yeah.
out, and then I started my most recent venture is I started my own songwriting business. So that's like commissioning songwriting, and I share people's stories through songs that they can gift to their loved ones for like birthdays and weddings, holidays. So that's called Song for You. So
Kind of a brilliant way to beat the pandemic. Like, I can still work from home if you want to send me some ideas and pay me to write a song for you. It's a great gift too, because it's a very unique gift.
right,
You can't buy it at Target or whatever, and you can only get it from you.
right.
Something I'll have to consider someday. I have lots of little fragments of lyrics of things that I've written, that stories, and I can't write music, so maybe one day. We'll talk more about that a little bit later on. Would you like to do another song?
Sure.
What's next?
So I'm gonna do another newer song of mine, and
Tell me about this one.
So this is called Simple Things, and it's just like the title says, just really remembering that the simple things and the little things are really the best things in life. So
All right. Lilly MacPhee on Acoustic Alternatives.
sorry, something to get used to.
For sure.
Late nights, long drives, your hand in mine. I wish I could slow time so I take a picture in my mind to remember the simple things in life. 'Cause we can get caught up in bad days. I won't let this moment slip away. Why? I need you light in your darkest times. If you feel you are sinking like a stone, I'll remind you on the way home. Simple things in life matter most. The simple things in life matter most. Conversations over coffee and the way you smile at me, and I take a picture in my mind to remember the simple things in life. So we can get caught up in bad days. I won't let this moment slip away. Why? I'll lead you to the light in your darkest times. If you feel you are sinking like a stone, I'll remind you on the way home. Simple things in life matter most. The simple things in life matter most. 'Cause we can get caught up in bad days. I won't let this moment slip away. Why? I'll lead you to the light in your darkest times. If you feel you are sinking like a stone, I'll remind you on the way home. Simple things in life matter most. The simple things in life matter most. It's the simple things in life that matter most.
I guess this week on Acoustic Alternatives is Lilly MacPhee. New music there. And thank you for doing that. Always a pleasure to hear something from you.
Thank you.
Love it, love it, love it. I was wondering about because we're not going to do any today, but people can find on your YouTube channel a bunch of really great covers that you've done over the years. And I always think about, you obviously, the lyrics to the songs you've written yourself because they're from your heart.
Right.
But to me, it seems like it would be hard to remember the lyrics to somebody else's song, even though you may have heard it on the radio 1,000 times. Were you a good student in high school and good at memorizing stuff, or is it different because it's music and it just sticks with you?
I'd say it's just different because it just sticks with me, because music's obviously something that I love. So it's easier to remember. It's easier to remember things that you're, like if you're in school studying something and you're really passionate about it, it's easy to remember.
It's your language.
That.
Music
Right.
is your language.
Right.
Yeah. Oh.
So
remembering somebody else's lyrics isn't all that hard for you.
no, I wouldn't say so. I mean, obviously got to practice, but once you get it down, so.
Well, you were talking a little bit about the multiple bar gigs you've done over your years, and I'm sure playing in front of drunk people and they're not paying attention. But have you flubbed up a song and in front of people and go, oh, jeez?
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. Well, I mean, like, we all, like, with performances and things like that, there's always like some that you really are like, wow, that went really well, or there's some where it's like, oh well, gotta improve on this and work on that a little bit more. So
when it comes to writing your own songs, are you better at writing from your feelings or kind of writing to maybe an assignment? Because I know you talked about maybe doing some assignment writing before.
I would say both, honestly.
Equally?
Yeah, both. So
Well, your songs have a way that make me like. There are a lot of feeling songs. It's hard to kind of not feel something from what you're writing.
good. That's
Probably your
you.
intention. People can find all of those songs that you've released so far in 3 EPs from the start, Heartstrings and Notes, all available through your website, which
Yes.
is Lilly MacPhee, MacPhee, because MacPhee could be MC.
Right.
MacPhee. And also at the bar gigs, you said the last time we spoke that you actually have physical CDs, which
I do, yeah, of my latest EP Notes. I have those for sale, and then at performances, and then also on my website too. You can get them on the air.
Some of your contemporaries are skipping the whole physical thing, but I think you probably have learned that when people are seeing you in that kind of a setting or a small listening room setting, they're more likely to come up and talk to you afterwards. Do you have anything I can, then, think it's something to sign and
Right.
something to remember? I just saw this really great singer. I can't remember. Oh, yes, I can remember her name. Here it is on the CD. It's almost like a calling card, right?
Right.
Works out well for you. Well, you're finding a way, as you were discussing a little earlier, to make a living during the pandemic by the song For You that they can find on your website. Has there been much else that you've been able to do to generate income in the last year? I mean, I hate to get too nosy about that, but I'm kind of worried about all of my music friends like yourself, who this is what you do.
Right. Mostly it's just been from the songwriting business and just shows here and there. So like farmers markets. I've been doing actually a lot of farmers markets, more so than the bar restaurant scene, which actually I prefer. Yeah, I like it.
It's outside.
Yeah. And it's nice too because you're not in that bar atmosphere environment.
You don't belong there.
Right.
It's not you.
Thanks.
No problem. I want to congratulate you as well. Cold was selected as a semifinalist in the International Songwriting Competition for 2020. How did that make you feel?
I was so surprised and just so overwhelmed with like excitement, because I love songwriting, and to see that one of the songs that I wrote was selected as a semifinalist was it was awesome. So awesome feeling.
Have they picked a winner yet?
I don't think so, not yet.
She still could possibly be the winner, semifinalist.
So I think they did finalists, so they did semifinalists. But just the fact that I was a semifinalist, I'm grateful for that.
Well,
so
there was hundreds of songs submitted,
right.
So yeah.
Right.
That says that you're the cream of the crop. That's good news. So how many new songs have you been churning out in this? Again, not much else going on. I know that you like to read, and that's how you pass your time. But how many new songs have been able to come out of you in the last year or so?
I would say tons.
Oh.
Just tons, and obviously, like I said, for the songwriting business, but also just like for my writing for what I want to release whenever I release music next. So sometime this year, it's just I don't know when, and I don't know if I want to do like one song at a time, or if I want to do it on an EP, or one song at a time and then lead up to the EP. So thinking about that, but I'm hoping for definitely summer. I want to have new music out there. So, but tons of new songs.
Traditionally, you've done your recordings at Big Sky with Jeff Michael. Is that your plan again? Doesn't have to be.
So I have been recording at home.
Oh, good. Cheaper.
Yeah, but definitely I'll probably definitely go into the studio again. It's just when,
right.
Because Jeff's a genius, with the way he's so good at the engineering and the mixing and the mastering. So, yeah.
Well, I look forward to hearing whatever it is you finally churn out for us, and give something new to purchase and or download. I still will support the physical media when it becomes available, if it becomes available. Any new sounds to explore? Are you like experimenting with electronics at all? Or are you just pretty much sticking to what we're seeing today at home? Is there any dabbling into, I wonder what it sounds like if I do this?
Well, since I'm producing it on my own, I'm just trying different sounds, as in not any kind of electronic pop things, but like cello sounds pretty, like string sounds, and different piano key sounds, and trying those kind of different things.
Okay. So just curious. Another thing we talked about in the past that I wondered if you made any headway on is you were hoping to get some music placed in television and or movies. Any luck with that in the last couple of years?
Not yet. I hope so, though.
Something you've been kind of pursuing in the last year?
Yeah. I'm trying to build my music catalog, and pitch songs that way. So hopefully, sometime soon. Maybe, you never know. So I hope so, though.
That'd be another source of income.
Yeah. It's a big dream of mine. So
work on it. When you're done here, go home, get on your computer, do the next thing that you need to do to make that happen. We just talked about Cold. Is that one you were planning on doing today? You don't have to. I'm just asking because we just talked about it.
I wasn't going to do that today.
What do you want to do next?
I'm gonna do another newer song
Cool.
of mine.
I'm happy to hear new songs. What's this
Okay.
one? Tell me about this one.
Okay, so this one, this one is called Somewhere, and it's just about always saying what you feel and what you want to say and not holding back because you might have regrets. So
Yes.
this is
Yes, I do.
so this is called Somewhere.
Everything I ever wanted to say, I wrote it in a notebook and tucked it away. I let the time pass by. When I fall into the ground, you're always there, always around. Got me feel safe and sound. When I'm lost and had a bad day, and you're far away, I'll meet you somewhere out there, somewhere out there, somewhere out there we'll be. I'll meet you somewhere out there, somewhere out there, until you're here with me. Somewhere out there we'll be. Take me back to a year today, and I'll tell you all the things I never did say, and I hold on to regret. Maybe now timing's right, isn't that the funny thing about life? I guess we'll have to wait and see. When I'm lost and had a bad day, and you're far away, I'll meet you somewhere out there, somewhere out there, somewhere out there we'll be. I'll meet you somewhere out there, somewhere out there, until you're here with me. Somewhere out there we'll be. Everything I ever wanted to say, I wrote it in a notebook and tucked it away. And now the time feels right. I'll meet you somewhere out there, somewhere out there, somewhere out there we'll be. I'll meet you somewhere out there, somewhere out there, until you're here with me. Somewhere out there we'll be, and soon you'll be here with me.
That's a keeper.
Oh,
That's
thank
a keeper.
you.
I like that one a lot. Somewhere is new music from Lilly MacPhee on Acoustic Alternatives from whatever she plans to do next. We don't know what that is yet. Whether it's an EP, single, one at a time, I don't know. So Unrealized Goal is the getting songs in movies and TV shows. Any other unrealized goals in your career that you are still working on pursuing?
Just I'd say like the big one is definitely that the film and TV sync with the music, and just still continuing just being able to write songs and perform in different places obviously sometimes. So
What is your dream? Like playing this gig would be the dream gig.
let's see. It would be a dream gig would be doing being on the same lineup as Amy McDonald. That would be a dream gig of like for me.
I think they would really eat you up. I mean, you should be performing overseas because this is not a knock on the local scene here, but I think what you're doing appeals more to what's going on over there in my head. So
Oh, thanks.
I feel like you should like get yourself over there if you can afford to, and do some gigs when things return to normal, whatever that means.
Right.
But I think that would be a step in the right direction for you because I don't know if you hope to play rooms of 800 people or 1,000 people, or you're happy playing for 50 or 100. I have no idea. I mean, whatever makes you happy is what I guess I'm getting at. But I don't think people get into this to not make a living doing it, right? You want to make a living doing this.
Right.
This is
right.
what you love and know. This is probably what you're planning on doing for the next 50 years.
I hope so. Yeah.
Right, because you don't really have a backup plan, do you? I mean, this is
No.
it. And you got the talent, you got the voice, you got the look, you got everything you need.
Thank you.
You just need to get it like that. What is? How do you get to the next step?
Right.
I don't know, but it seems like playing for more people is going to be the thing that works for you. So
Right.
I don't know how I can help, but let me help. I want to help. This is helping. I hope.
Yes. Thank you.
What are you listening to these days? Is there anything that's moving you?
I've actually been listening to, I listen to a lot of Stevie Nicks. Landslide is my favorite song. So I've been listening to a lot of like Fleetwood Mac lately. And actually I've been listening to a lot of Ingrid Michaelson.
Love Ingrid.
Yeah. So she's such a great songwriter. And
Funny
her
as
songs-
hell too.
Really?
Yeah, if you get a chance to see her in concert, do it because you'll laugh a lot.
I hope so.
funny. And she says I give good hugs. Last time I saw her a long time ago. But yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So I've been listening to a lot of Ingrid Michaelson and just a variety of everything. Obviously the Cranberries and
But newer stuff.
yeah, and Amy McDonald's new album too.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, Katie Tunstall, just really a variety of everything.
Okay.
So
I'm curious what might be finding its way into your music. I don't know if you let it influence you or not, but I know you've said in the past that what you read kind of works into your writings. What are you reading these days?
yeah, so I'm just reading different poetry books. It's National Poetry Month.
It is?
Yeah.
I missed out. The month of April and May, or just April?
I think it's just April,
Okay,
but that's okay.
I missed.
So I've just been reading different poetry books, and then even like reading different biographies too by musicians.
Any favorites?
Well, I'd love to read about Stevie Nicks, Fleetwood Mac, and I would actually really love to read Brandi Carlile's new book. I know she came out with a book, and I haven't had a chance to grab that yet. But
It's on the floor of my office. I haven't cracked it open yet,
really?
but I have it. Maybe I'm lazily waiting for the audio version of the book to come out because I like to listen to the artist read it to me.
Oh, okay.
I just had Lenny Kravitz read me his book, which is very nice of him to do so just for me. No, I bought it that way. No. But I tend to enjoy it out of their mouth because it feels more real that way.
Right.
Not that I don't like to read, but it's nice to hear it too. I'm more auditory, I guess. But
yeah, that's good though.
But those are really the kind of books I've been consuming lately. Mostly is those biographies of people who I like their music, so I want to learn a little more about them.
Right.
I have a Cowboy Junkies book that I have recently acquired, but haven't gotten all the way through that yet.
Oh,
haven't
okay.
cracked open the Brandi Carlile one. Like I said, is still sitting on the floor. I want to get to it. It's just like, well, I don't have any time yet. But for some reason, I don't make enough time for reading. But I'm also not trying to write songs, so hopefully it's working for you.
It's definitely inspiring, I'd say. Reading, yeah.
You were talking a bit about the one other way you're making music. We'll go back to the song for you thing. Do you think any of those songs, or are you going to allow any of those songs to become songs that you perform for other people, or are you going to only have those be songs? I mean, it depends on how it turns out, right?
Right. Every song, that I write for, the
Somebody else.
yeah, is a commission, so they can gift it to someone. It's their story, obviously, in the song, but I would definitely perform those songs and, obviously not give like details of how I wrote the song or anything like that, but I would perform those songs. I think it's inspiring to for other people they can probably connect, with them too.
Other artists have done something similar in the past, and there have been albums of these songs released. I guess you have to get permission, I imagine, because you've had somebody pay you to make the song, but something
nice.
else to think about. Just, if you end up with a collection of songs that you're proud of, I know you write a lot of songs, but you can't be equally as proud of every single one of them. It doesn't seem likely, right?
Right. Like sometimes I write a song and it's like you get a feeling, you're like, oh, well, that's just okay.
In the moment, you like
Right,
it. And then
right.
you listen to it a week later and go,
Yeah, that's just okay. That's on the okay list.
Yeah, I can completely relate to that as somebody who's written his feelings out as poems and said, that's not so good. That needs some help. I'm going to throw that away now. Anything else going on in your world that people should know about? Where can they find out more about your releases and all the things?
I'm definitely on my website. So that's just lillymacphee.com. And I'm on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube because I've been posting more YouTube videos frequently. So, but definitely sign up for my email list, I would say, on my website to get up to date on shows and new releases and all that good stuff when it happens. So,
well, I think you can start planning ahead for it to happen. Have you been booking shows for the fall at all? Or in the late summer, outdoor, anything?
I'm trying to. So far, just like I said, it's just farmers markets and things. So, definitely looking into it though.
Okay.
So
I hope it happens. I hope that you can continue doing what you do best. And then one more song, perhaps. Can you do another one? You got another one ready?
Yeah. So I'll do an older song of mine from my last EP, Notes. This is called Where You Are.
Thanks. Lilly MacPhee is on Acoustic Alternatives.
I've been walking for miles now, and I've been searching up and down, still trying to find you. Chasing shadows everywhere, I hear your voice, I know you're there. Still trying to find you. And people pass me on this busy street, and I look for you in the faces I see. Tell me where to go, standing here alone, singing our song, and you know how it goes. I wanna be where you are. Ooh, I wanna be where you are. I've been waiting for a while, and I've walked 8,000 miles, still trying to find you. And people pass me on this busy street, and I look for you in the faces I see. Tell me where to go, I'm standing here alone, singing our song, and you know how it goes. I wanna be where you are. Ooh, I wanna be where you are. I wanna be where you are. And people pass me on this busy street, and I look for you in the faces I see. Tell me where to go, I'm standing here alone, singing our song, and you know how it goes. I wanna be where you are. Ooh, I wanna be where you are. Ooh, I wanna be where you are.
The lovely Lilly MacPhee on Acoustic Alternatives, Where You Are, from her most recent released EP. And you can find that on the website, lillymacphee.com. You can find some videos of her performing on Channel 4, I believe it was.
Oh, yeah. I did the Music Monday Live in the D, yeah.
And one that they had you do from your home, too, which is cool.
Yeah.
Invited you to be part of that series. Rob Reinhardt had you on his not Essential Music, but the Another thing.
Yeah, like a culture shift,
yeah,
a new
culture
culture
shift, right.
shift. Yep.
I think it was the debut one, was it not?
Yeah, so that
Which is
was cool.
pretty cool. He's got a nice quote about you up there as well. So others know what I know about Lilly MacPhee, and if you're just discovering her, I encourage you to check her out and support her and let her continue her journey as a music maker in the Michigan community. Thank you for sharing your talent again with me, Lilly.
Thank you for having me. Thank
Always a
you.
pleasure. Your smile is always something I love seeing, and anytime I write you an email or a text or a message, you always have such positivity coming back at me. I don't know how you do it, but I wish I could be more like you somehow.
Aw.
I do. I really do. Lilly MacPhee is my guest. Check her out. And big thanks again to Grove Studios and the staff here for making this possible. I love doing this. I have some guests lined up for the next couple. Actually, I don't know what the next one is, but I have some future guests that I'm pretty excited about from out of town. So we'll talk about that as they come in to town. But well, again, a pleasure to have you here, Lilly, and we'll talk to you soon, I hope.
Yes, definitely.
Thanks for joining me for Acoustic Alternatives.